Now, it's the first time I've fed him in 6 months, so keep your cameras on. All right. Now, notice here he's going to pop up. He's going to have a little look. Notice when he does pop up, he reveals very little of his body. Just the top of his head, his eyes, ears and nose are all positioned at the very top of his head, and that skull structure enables him to have all of his senses while only revealing a very small amount of his body. In the wild, through that murky water, crocodiles, they're feeling the splashing of an animal coming to get a drink. They're feeling footsteps as they approach. They can feel vibration 4 times greater in the water than out on land. So he knows exactly where I am, and he's going to be ready to put on a bit of a strike. Let's see what he wants to do. He's great. Yep, he's keen. He's keen. You're being naughty today. Whoa. Here, mate. Here you go. Stop. Stop doing my head. Nice. Give it up the scrapper. Good boy. Get back in the water. Back in there. Now you can see he's a real line wire. Very, very keen. And notice how he uses that tail to propel himself out of the water. Mate, it's okay. So, you can see I've got a piece of food that's tiny. He's really not striking for food. Scrapper strikes for the fun of it. He absolutely loves it. It's his favourite part of the day. It's my favourite too. I love you, mate. Right. Let's see if we can get him G'd up for another strike. And this one, much more dangerous, because I'm going to go for a hit in here, in the corner, no room to move. Very dangerous. So Chandler, you do it.
Yeah, thanks, Robert. This is what could possibly go wrong.
He's expendable.
It's not like he's quick or anything, or amped or whatever. Alright, we'll see how Scrapper responds to an American accent here. Our Crocs know exactly what's going to happen before we do it in the demonstration. They know where we're going to be, what we're going to do, and they're constantly trying to outsmart us. So you can see Scrapper right now, he's trying to cut us off, because he knows we have to go this way, so I'm going to pass real quick. But you can see he knows we're trying to get there, we're over there, he's between where we need to go. So he's always trying to outsmart us. He's always trying to get the big piece of food with the American accent over here. So we're going to set Scrap up for another strike over here in this really tight spot. Now this is a good opportunity to slow things down for a minute, as much as we can with Scrap at least, and show you how Crocs operate in the wild. Because out in the wild, you're lucky to see a crocodile. They don't like revealing themselves. You can see when he pops up, just like Robert said, he has his eyes, his ears, and his nose all exposed. You can see, hear, and smell. Scrap is probably about 12 feet of crocodile, and he's moving through knee-deep water right here without even making a ripple. They can hold their breath over 8 hours. So you can show up in Croc territory, set up camp, go for a fish, have lunch, have tea, and have no idea there's a croc just beneath the surface. Steve designed this Crocoseum with crystal clear water, so you can see exactly what the crocodiles are doing beneath the surface. Now what we're trying to do is act all these natural hunting instincts to show you guys what Crocs are capable of. We haven't had to teach Scrapper to do any of this. He instinctually knows what to do, when to do it, just like all crocodiles know what to do. So we'll set him up for another strike here, and we'll get as close as possible. Hey, Scrapper! Hey, Scrapper! Oh, he's king. Oh, look up here at the food. Look up here at the food. Now, you can see right there, that's about the strike range for a crocodile. Tip of their nose to the base of their tail in the blink of an eye. But he's pretty loath to keep coming out because he knows I can turn around and run away at any point. Okay, Scrapper. Oh, yeah, get up, Scrapper, everybody. Good boy. He is such a good crocodile. Now you see, as I said, he's real low to keep coming out on land. However, if I back off, as soon as I touch his water, oh yeah, touch his water. I just have to get close to his water. You can see he's immediately onto it. In the water, he's as fast as a dolphin. Out on land, Robert and I can walk backwards quicker than he can come for us to come and get me. even it being Scrappa, who's a particularly quick crocodile. So up in northern Australia in croc country, don't go near the water's edge, stay 5 meters back, don't go swimming. And there's also a third rule in crocodile territory, which is don't overhang the water. That is incredibly dangerous, and you should never do it. So Robert, why don't you overhang the water and see what happens?
Yes,
Let's
great
do
idea,
it.
bit of a stitch up. So, what we'll do here is set something a little different here. Now, Scrappa, like all crocodiles, they are capable of what we call the tail walk, where they will come up vertically out of the water, catch something like a duck or a flying fox, or a cuscus, a possum, something that's sitting on a limb above the surface. And they are able, depending on how high that animal is and how hungry they are, they're able to actually come almost their entire body length up and out of the water. Absolutely remarkable. And they use this tactic from the time they're very small. Crocs are incredibly vulnerable when they're little. Everything wants to eat them. When they hatch out, they're about half the size of this piece of meat. They're tiny, absolutely tiny. Big fish will eat them, other crocodiles will eat them, birds of prey. That beautiful jabberoo that you saw in here, he definitely had a go with a crocodile. Now, Scrappa here, what he'll do, he'll angle his head upright when he feels that he's ready to go for that strike. He'll use his tail to counterbalance and then place it underneath him. And just like that, lunge out of the water and grab unsuspecting prey. Brilliant tactic and a reminder as to why you don't want to overhang the water in crocodile territory. Good boy, Scrappy. Good boy. All right. Yeah, in person, I just love it. How you feel?
Big fast.
Good.
Send it. What can go wrong?
I'm over here now, Scrappa. Good boy. So, there's a bit of a misconception around crocs. A lot of people will have you believe that there's some sort of mindless animal that just wants to eat everybody. Not the case. As you've seen with Scrappa, he is more than content to just go about his daily business. He doesn't care. He loves the strike, he loves the stalk, he loves to hunt, but only if there's a reason to do so. Only when I do this, only when I approach the water and I touch his water, then and only then does his attention turn on me. It is clear as day where you're safe and where you're not. Just stay away from the water's edge and you'll be just fine. Let's see if Scrappa's keen for one more strike here. See what he wants to do. Bit of footsteps here to get him interested. Here he comes up. Here you go, Scrappy. Nice, mate. Case in point, once he's out on land, I can sit down right in front of him, only because he's on land. I can even lay down in front of him, to be honest. Just over here a bit. And watch what he does. Watch this. He does absolutely nothing. Because he doesn't care. Because he knows that I've got the upper hand here. Easily. But he knows right now I can see his water and I'm going to go for a swim. Oh, this looks good. Watch this. See that? I don't even have to touch his water. He knows that I'm about to infringe on what is his territory. And he'll defend his territory. Crocs will strike for food, but they'll also, you're being funny, they'll also strike to protect their territory. He's still a young fella, but once he's big, mature male, he will protect a territory for his entire life. And they will do so using all of that power. The 3,000 pounds per square inch of closing pressure, those 60 big beautiful teeth. They are impressive animals, but not an animal to be hated or feared. They should be loved, celebrated. Yes, we need to be safe around them, but we need to conserve them. And if we're safe in croc territory, we stop the conflict between humans and crocs, and we can protect these guys. Still to this day, they are culled out in massive numbers, and it is devastating for the ecosystem. We just got to use some common sense rules, and we'll be fine. All right, Scrappa's done a good job. I reckon it's about time we say thank you to Scrappa by giving him something really big that he can really sink his teeth into and have a really good time. All right, Chandler, over you, mate.
Yeah.
I'll let you narrate this bit. Let's see how we go.
Like you guys
He
heard,
knows what's coming.
a feral pig coming down
Get
to
back in
the
the
water's
water,
edge.
mate. Get back in the water.
There we go. All right, a feral pig comes down to the water's edge. Robert's doing a great impersonation, might I add. Scrappa will strike out, grab that pig coming down for a drink, drag it straight back into the water. Now, He'll utilize a number of different tactics here. He'll head shake. He might even death roll for lucky. Yeah, nice job, Scrapper. There's a death roll. What he's trying to do is spit an animal off of his feet, drag it down to the bottom of the pond, and drown it. Now, Robert is imitating a struggling prey item here, and our crocs absolutely love this. This is their favorite part of the demonstration. 2 death rolls. There we go, Scrapper. That is so cool. Our crocs love this. You saw how excited he was coming out. It's like throwing a stick for your dog. They love that. Well, pick up weapon.
Well, luckily the pig's not very smart, so it comes back in again.
Yeah, the pig goes back to water because pig's not very smart. There we go, Scrap Up. Boy, nice job. Now see if Robert can keep his arms.
That's a good boy.
For those of you who saw that Bob's ad,
Bring him up.
wonder how Robert got fit, you're looking at it. Here we go.
There he is. Good boy.
Nice one,
Hey,
Scrap
good
Up.
Scrap. Isn't he beautiful? Good boy. It's a fun little reward, a little Christmas hand for him. He absolutely loves it. And that little bit of twine there, completely digestible. Crocodiles can digest absolutely anything, as long as it's not metal, you know, fur, feathers, bones, a little bit of twine, no worries at all. Isn't he just awesome? We want you guys to come away with a real sense of awe for these animals. I don't expect you to love them as much as me. I just live for crocs. But if you have a little bit of a deeper understanding about how important this animal is in its ecosystem, then we've absolutely done our job. They sit at the top of the food chain. Everything underneath them relies on the crocodile in healthy numbers to keep those healthy waterways. So thank you very much for learning about our crocs and just keeping that legacy alive. A legacy that my dad started. It's very important. Enjoy the rest of your day at Australia Zoo. Please join me in a big round of applause for Scrap. See you later. Thank you.
My dad taught me from a very early age. Be at one with the snake. Feel it, son. And I am. Woo!